One of the biggest flaws I see in the personal development industry, and particularly around the law of attraction, is this idea of one size fits all. Now, don't get me wrong, the law of attraction works the same way for everyone in terms of what you think about, you will attract into your life. But that is way too simplistic, and so is a lot of the personal development industry. It oversimplifies, and it suggests that there are solutions that work for every single person. As someone who has a neurospicy brain, I have ADD, who is living with chronic illness and chronic pain, as someone who has gone through almost 30 decades of trauma, all of those things changed the way my brain works. It changed the way my body works. It literally changed which of my genes were on and were off. And that is true for you because the human experience is very individualized. And so it is so unique and also very much the same in that we all experience a full range of emotions. But the personal development industry says if the 5 a.m. wake up, every single day and do these 6 habits doesn't work for you, then you're just not trying hard enough. And that is a bunch of bullshit, my friend. So what I want to suggest to you is that personal development, personal growth, wanting to change your life is not a matter of finding a solution that works for you. It's about identifying how you work and applying different solutions in a way that makes sense for your life, for your habits, for the way your brain works, for any circumstances that you've been through trauma and stress and all of the ups and downs that make up the roller coaster that is life. Personal development is too simple. Instead, I would love for you to think about personal amplification. It's about dialing up and dialing in on what's already within you. It's about looking at where you are gifted and making it clear if you're not sure about that. It's about looking at what you're passionate about, and if you're not passionate, what you're curious about. It's about looking at different habits and identifying, does this not work for me at all, or is there a way that I could make it work for me? Make it work. Not just looking at it and forcing yourself into a box that you don't fit into, but looking at it and adapting it so that you are the box. You get to decide what fits, and it might not even fit long term. There's studies out there that talk about how it takes a certain amount of time to incorporate a habit, but newsflash, other studies say something different. It's why there are so many fad diets. It's why there are so many personal development books, because what most people don't tell you in the beginning of those fad diets and in the beginning of those personal development books is that this may not work for you. And if it doesn't work for you, again, it's not about, is this black or white, yes or no? Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it 100% does not work for you. But also, maybe 1% works for you. Maybe 10%, maybe 50%. And you get to look at it and decide what is the 50% that works. And if the other 50% doesn't work, what do I need to do to make this fit me, to make this fit my life, my capacity, my time? And don't say that everyone has the same 24 hours in a day, because that is also a bunch of bullshit. Like, if you think about someone like Beyonce, someone who can afford a personal trainer and who has a personal assistant and who doesn't make phone calls for herself anymore, who has enough money that they could live for the rest of their life and maybe even their children's lives without ever having to work again. Like, their circumstances and their capacity are not the same as yours. And that goes to say too, like, for me, I operate with chronic illness and chronic pain, and because of that, my capacity changes every single day. Because I am biologically a woman, although I identify as non-binary, my hormones are on a cycle that changes every single day over the course of 28 to 35 days, sometimes longer for some people who are assigned female at birth, sometimes shorter for other people who are assigned female at birth. Sometimes it's a different length of time because you're at a different stage in your life, and that could be the years chronologically that you are alive, or the years biologically that you are alive, what your internal age is. And so there are just so many factors that it's impossible to write one personal development book that would solve all of your problems. And in fact, 99% of them won't even solve one. Let me know how this resonates, my friend. Let me know about a habit or routine that you tried that absolutely did not work for you. Or, bonus points, let me know about a habit or routine that didn't fully work for you and you made it work. Because guess what? The rules are made up and the points don't matter. What matters is you living your best life. And the only way that you can do that is if you get clear on what that looks like. P.S. Bestie, you're doing a great job. I know you're doing a great job. I'm 1,001% sure of it. And if that's not enough, I'm infinity sure of it. Just like we would say when we were kids. Like, I double dog dare you to double down on your worth, because god damn, you're incredible.